Welcome to What You're Reading. We're librarians from around DeKalb County, talk about books that we are reading during social distancing. My name is Fran, and I am from the North Lake Library.
My name's Nicole, and I'm from the Harrison Crossing Library.
My name's Mia, and I'm over at the Decatur Library.
And I'm Angela from the County Line Ellenwood Library.
And this month or week, we are talking about, I said month because we are celebrating Black History Month, by reading books that are historical fiction that center around real events, but with fictional characters or fictionalized versions of real people in one case. And this is some books that we recommend historical fiction for Black History Month. And we are going to go in chronological order based on when the events happen. So Nicole is going to go first.
My book is called Inventing Victoria, and it is by Tonya Bolden. And I just want to say this is technically a follow-up book to the first book, which is the series Crossing Ebenezer Creek. But I have not read the first book. It has nothing to do with this book. You can pick up this book, no problem. It's just a follow-up along the same storyline. But it is about a girl named Essie who changes her name to Victoria. And this is post-Reconstruction era. So it's kind of like the 1880s, like early 1900s. And she is a Black servant working in Savannah. And she wants to rise up within the aristocracy. And so she decides to become a lady. And it's her going through the motions to become a lady from, Savannah to Baltimore to Washington, D.C. And it's kind of like, does she really want that? Is that really what she wants as a person? It's definitely a journey of self-discovery. It is super short. Guys, the chapters are maybe like 3 pages long at a time. You can get through this in an afternoon or two. Get through the beginning of it because it is a little bit in prose and verse in the beginning and it goes back and forth in the timeline. But once you get 10 pages in, you're able to pick up on the narrative of it. I highly recommend this, definitely for like 8th through 12th grade. Younger teens and tweens can read this one too. It's available as a book or an ebook right now. So it's called Inventing Victoria and I highly recommend it.
I'm going to take you to World War II, and this is Flygirl by Sherri L. Smith. Also, all the books are by African American or illustrated, one or the other also. And it is World War II era. I haven't read it yet, but it's on my to-read list. The plot just took me in immediately. It's based on a real person, Ida Mae Jones, who wants to be a pilot. Her dad was a pilot. And so because she's really light-skinned, she decides, and it's a double whammy because she's a woman and she's Black, but because she's so light-skinned, she decides to try to pass for white so that she can join this group called I want to say it right, I remember the abbreviation was WASP, Women Air Force Service Pilots. And so it's based on her, the real woman and her journey into becoming a pilot. It looks amazing. And I think, Nicola, did you say you read it? Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Oh my God, everyone needs to read it. It's so good.
I can't wait. It's available in a physical book that you can pick up with contact-free delivery. And then it is also on Hoopla right now as an audiobook.
Okay, so mine takes place in the 1950s to 1960s, and it is Loving versus Virginia. And this one is written by Patricia Powell, but the illustration artwork is done by Shadra Strickland. And essentially it's the fictional retelling of a true story about Richard and Mildred Loving, who were an interracial couple who fought for the right to be married. It's really cool because the way they have it done, you've got timelines in here, real photographs of things that are going on in the era. And you also have, the illustrations of Shadra's illustrations. And they're beautifully done, and everything is in verse like this. So it's a really quick read. It looks like a huge book, coffee table-esque, but it's a really quick read. All of the words are like that. And it's told, you'll see where it goes from Mildred's side to Richard's side, and it tells their story of them meeting when they're teenagers. He's a little bit older, and they played baseball together as younger teens and stuff, because she played ball with her brothers and everything. And he can't keep his eyes off this girl. He wants to be with her. They fall in love. They want to be married. They get married, but Virginia says your marriage doesn't count. It's not legal. They go through a lot. They actually have to move out of the state because they get kicked out of the state. They hire an attorney. They come back into the state, hide in one area to, until they can go through it. They have appeals, all this stuff. Anyway, within the 9 years, Virginia finally says, okay, it's been overturned. You guys are legal. And in that time, they had 3 kids, and they had a beautiful life. You Google them, you'll find a lot of stuff called a loving day, which is based on the day that their marriage became legal. And it's a really sweet story. It's cute, fast read, beautiful illustrations, and photographs throughout. And they actually have where is it? I think I lost it. The actual from Virginia, the interracial law, the actual piece in there, and then at the very end, the change to that law, and everything in there. So it's just a really, really cool book, and I would recommend it to everyone, because I feel like everyone should be free to love and marry anyone they want to marry. And it's just beautiful. It touched my heart.
I am doing the last book in the timeline. It is Let Me Hear a Rhyme by one of our favorites here at What You Reading, Tiffany D. Jackson. I don't know if there's any Tiffany D. Jackson books that we haven't covered now that we're doing.
I think we've done all of them.
But all of them are amazing.
Allegedly. I don't know.
Maybe we haven't done allegedly. At first I was like, allegedly we've done all of them, but we're talking about her book allegedly.
Yeah.
I love a good literary pun.
So good. This one breaks my heart a little bit because it takes place during the 1990s, which is considered historical fiction now. That's when I grew up, and I'm like, great, that's a historical time that we all talk about. So this book takes place during sort of that I consider like a beautiful era of hip hop, the 90s hip hop scene. Biggie Smalls was just killed. That's a part of this book. And there's a character named Steph who is murdered, and he is a very talented songwriter, and his friends and his sister really feel like the way to honor his memory is to get his songs out there and have them be heard. And it works. And as it starts to pick up steam, though, they're realizing that no one's really interested in promoting an artist that they can't continue to promote. Like, he's dead. So they kind of have like a thing where they're pretending like he's still alive to get his music out there. But then it sort of becomes a snowball where they're having to continue to pretend, and then the circumstances of his death come to light. So there's mystery in there, there's intrigue, there's sort of hijinks with the pretending that he's still alive. There's a lot of references to the 90s, especially the hip hop scene at that time. I would really recommend this to anyone who's a fan of like Angie Thomas, Nick Stone. I would say Tiffany D. Jackson, but I feel like all of her books are so different, but they're all so well written. So definitely check this out. I haven't finished it yet, but it is one of the books that is on the upcoming Georgia Peach Award list. It's not the one that's open for voting right now, but it's the one that'll open for voting on Memorial Day weekend, and that the Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl teams will be using next January for their competitions. So hopefully that'll get it into the hands of lots of teens. I think they will learn a lot of this historical period from the 1990s.
And if you notice, I have my Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl shirt from this year on.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, congrats to our teams that did great this year. All of our teams.
Good to see
did awesome.
Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl team. Good job at your competitions. We will put links, as always, to these books and probably some other recommendations down below. So check those out. Check them out either virtually on our website or through contact-free pickup. You can check out the actual copies of the books that way. And happy Black History Month. We will see you next time. Bye.